Oliver, a young boy from England, travelled to Arendelle. He had heard stories about a magical queen and a talking snowman. Oliver was very excited to see if the stories were true. The summer sun was shining brightly. Everything sparkled like ice crystals.
Wow, it's so bright.
That's because the sun stays up longer in summer. We have more time to play.
Elsa used her powers to create a slide made of ice. Olaf melted a little in the heat but didn't mind. He was having too much fun with his friends. They ate sweet strawberries that tasted like sunshine. Oliver exclaimed, "Whee!"
Summer is so much fun.
As the days got shorter, the leaves on the trees started to change. They turned into beautiful colors, red, orange, and yellow.
It's like the forest is having a party.
He watched in awe as leaves swirled in the wind.
These will make a lovely crown.
They made crowns of leaves and pretended to be the rulers of the forest. Olaf, who was starting to feel a bit chilly, snuggled up with Oliver.
I love the colors of autumn, but I'm ready for winter.
Winter arrived and everything was covered in a blanket of sparkling snow, Oliver whispered, his breath misting in the cold air. The air sparkled and the world felt hushed and still. Oliver, amazed, "It's so beautiful." Elsa used her powers to create a giant snowball and threw it high in the air. Elsa yelled, "Catch!" Anna caught it and tossed it back, giggling. Together they built snowmen, went sledding down snowy hills and skated on a frozen lake. Oliver said, "Got it!"
I've never seen anything so magical.
Tiny green shoots peeked out from the ground, heralding the arrival of spring. The earth, which had been dormant and covered in a blanket of snow, was now waking up. The shoots were a sign of life, a promise of the vibrant season ahead. Each day they grew a little taller, reaching for the sun, eager to join the symphony of colors that would soon paint the landscape. Oliver watched in amazement as the world around him came back to life. He had always loved this time of year when the cold grip of winter loosened and the warmth of spring began to take hold. The transformation was nothing short of magical. Trees that had stood bare and lifeless for months were now adorned with tiny buds, ready to burst into bloom. Flowers of every hue began to dot the meadows, and the air was filled with the sweet scent of new growth. Oliver asked, "What's happening?" Oliver wondered aloud, his eyes wide with wonder. He could hardly believe the rapid changes taking place all around him. It was as if the entire world had been holding its breath, waiting for this moment to exhale and come alive. As the days grew longer and warmer, the snow began to melt. The once icy landscape transformed into a lush, green paradise. Streams that had been frozen solid now babbled happily, their waters clear and sparkling in the sunlight. Birds returned from their winter migrations, filling the air with their cheerful songs. The cycle of life was beginning anew, and Oliver felt a deep sense of joy and renewal.
The season of new beginnings. Olaf explained, "It's spring." The excitement was palpable. People emerged from their homes, shedding their heavy winter coats and embracing the warmth. Gardens were tilled, seeds were planted, and the anticipation of the harvest to come filled the air. Children played outside, their laughter echoing through the streets. It was a time of hope and renewal, a chance to start fresh.
Elsa pointed to the trees where tiny buds were appearing on the branches, promising a world of color to come. Each bud was a tiny miracle, a testament to the resilience of nature. Soon these buds would unfurl into leaves and flowers, transforming the trees into vibrant displays of life. The promise of spring was everywhere, in every leaf, every flower, and every ray of sunshine. They saw baby animals taking their first steps. Lambs frolicked in the fields, their playful antics bringing smiles to everyone who watched. Ducklings followed their mothers in a line, learning to navigate the world. Everywhere they looked, there was new life, a reminder of the endless cycle of growth and renewal. The sight of these young creatures exploring their surroundings filled Oliver and Elsa with a sense of wonder and joy. Everything felt fresh and new. The air was crisp and clean, filled with the scent of blooming flowers and fresh grass. The sky was a brilliant blue, dotted with fluffy white clouds. The landscape was a patchwork of colors, from the deep green of the grass to the bright hues of the flowers. It was a feast for the senses, a celebration of life and renewal. Oliver and Elsa felt invigorated, ready to embrace the new season and all the possibilities it held. They all had a picnic among the flowers, enjoying the warm sunshine. The meadow was a sea of colour, with flowers of every shade swaying gently in the breeze. They spread out a blanket and unpacked a feast, savouring the fresh, seasonal produce. Laughter and conversation filled the air as they enjoyed each other's company. It was a perfect day, a celebration of the beauty and joy of spring. As they lay back and watched the clouds drift by, they felt a deep sense of contentment and gratitude for the simple pleasures of life. It was time for Oliver to go home.
Thank you for showing me the magic of the seasons.
He hugged Anna, Elsa and Olaf goodbye. He had learned so much.
I've learned that each season has its beauty.
Oliver learned about the warmth of summer, the colours of autumn, the quiet magic of winter, and the hope of spring. He knew he would always cherish his time in Arendelle. I hope this whimsical bedtime story brings joy and sweet dreams to the little ones watching Once Upon a Night Time.